Everybody scared that guy. You talking about shit. That's all I want you to say.
It's almost to the point where you being too tough is against your health.
David Benavidez is a monster, man. No one wants to fight this guy.
Sky's the limit, brothers. Benavidez is the real deal.
Benavidez versus Caleb Plant, bad blood reaction. Caleb Plant has trouble with pressure fighters. And all the animosity, all the hate, all the anger that Benavidez has built up for this fight, leading up to the fight, if he pressures Caleb Plant, he could stop Caleb Plant early. And during the press conference, he said that he is going to stop Caleb Plant before round 6. So he has 5 rounds to get to work. That's 5 rounds of pressure. And a fighter is most dangerous in the early rounds, full of steam, full of energy. And I told you guys before, Benavidez, that mindset, it could be to his detriment going into this fight if he's too emotional. But if he focuses that anger and emotion like a laser, I mean, he can really do some damage to Caleb Plant. Caleb Plant and Breadman have to prepare for an all-out war. Plant is the better boxer, yes. In my opinion, probably has the better jab. But that's not going to be the keys that wins him this fight. He's going to have to do some things that he hasn't done before in previous fights. I believe that Caleb Plant is really going to have to get in the trenches, get in that booth, bang it out, and he's going to have to box. Because Benavidez is going to bring the pain. He's going to bring that pressure. And if Caleb Plant can't adjust, if he can't adapt, if he can't fend off David Benavidez, then he is going to be in trouble. He is going to wind up getting caught with a shot, just like Canelo caught him. And he's going to get beat down, dropped, and hurt, stopped, or possibly knocked out, according to David Benavidez. They both did a lot of talking. Caleb Plant brought up a couple of issues, you know what I mean, in reference to, he tried to make the fight earlier in his career. I believe it was around 2019 or something like that. But the Benavidez side, that is, they backed out of the fight, said the fight wasn't big enough yet. Let's put it on the shelf, let it build up. So guess what? The fight is built up. The pressure is there. He went on further to say, this is Caleb Plant, that he went on and he said, you know what? Boxing is about the biggest fights, right? So he went on to fight Canelo Alvarez. And we seen what happened when he fought Canelo Alvarez. He put up a decent fight. He did some things in that fight, which I don't agree with. You in there banging it out with pound for pound, the best guy in the division and one of the best and top fighters in the world. And you talking to him. You're asking him, I'm doing okay, right? You don't fight. You can't get in the ring with David Benavidez, and if you happen to land a shot or if you think that you're winning in the fight, start up a conversation. No, you're not going to be able to do that with David Benavidez. You shouldn't have did that with Canelo Alvarez. A fighter of that caliber, and just like Benavidez versus Plant, you have to go into this fight. You have to take away the weapons that they have. And one of the biggest weapons that Canelo had opposed to Caleb Plant was the crowd. And the only way that you can take the crowd out of the fight is if you landed some shots, if you're outboxing them, you're outclassing them. And that's what he's going to have to do. This is Caleb Plant versus Benavidez. You're going to have to take the crowd out. You're going to have people like, damn, I didn't think this was going to happen. Because leading up into the fight, going into the fight, everybody, especially from what I've seen during the presser, David Benavidez he's really going into this fight to hurt Caleb Plant. I'm not going to outbox you. I'm not trying to outpoint you. I'm not trying to take you into deep waters. I'm not going to leave it up to the judges. I want to go into this fight and I want to beat the hell out of you. I want to put you in ICU. I want to break your jaw. I want to physically hurt you. And when somebody has that mindset, more importantly, when somebody has the tools and ability to get the job done, not only you have to take that threat seriously, but you have to prepare for war. Fighters always say, I'm willing to die in the ring, because you can die in the ring. So mentally, this is Caleb Plant. You're going to have to prepare yourself to step into that ring and face possibly the most dynamic and devastating puncher that you have ever fought. Because if people say Benavidez, if they pick Benavidez to beat Canelo Alvarez, that's saying something. Mike Tyson, pound for pound, one of the greatest heavyweights of all time. In some people's book, the greatest heavyweight of all time. One of the most explosive punchers in boxing history. Gave David Benavidez the name Mexican Monster, which David Benavidez, according to him, shout out to Ellie Seckback, he officially changed his name to the Mexican Monster. So he's taking that to heart. So when these two guys clash March 25th, Las Vegas, the MGM Grand, it is going to be a spectacular show. It may be a spectacular knockout. It may be a phenomenal stoppage. And after this fight is over with, somebody may not be recognizable. I'm talking about what Fundora did to Erickson Lubin. That is what Benavidez, that's the kind of onslaught and pain that he wants to bring to Caleb Plant. He wants to disfigure him. He wants to dismember him. He wants to put him in the ICU club. And that's a dangerous club to be a part of. We seen what happened when Errol Spence, when he fought Ugas, when he destroyed his face, Ugas was crying blood for days, for weeks. That's the kind of punishment, that's the kind of pain that Benavidez wants to put on Caleb Plant. That is the kind of punishment, that is the kind of pain that Caleb Plant has to train and prepare for. I told you guys before, the difference in this fight could be Breadman in his corner. And Breadman, being a phenomenal trainer that he is going to have to dig into every trick and every bag that he has and got from his time training fighters in Philadelphia. And he's going to have to put that, infuse that into Caleb Plant in order for him to survive against David Benavidez. Because once upon a time, I said, you know what, Caleb Plant, he may be the better boxer, but this may not be a typical boxing match. This may be or wind up becoming an all-out war from the opening bell. And if Caleb Plant does not have the tools to stave off Benavidez, he is really going to get hurt early, just like Benavidez predicts in this fight. He predicts a stoppage, a total annihilation, by stoppage or by knockout. Will it happen? I know one thing, especially after seeing the press conference, it most certainly can. Put your thoughts in the comments, put your hearts in the comments. Don't put your soul, that is God's property. Let me know what y'all think. Talk to you, stand up, it's your boy. Peace.